There we go.
Good afternoon. This is Dalia Romero, Spanish interpreter on the line. Can you hear the interpreter, Your
Good
Honor?
morning, Mr. Romero. Yes, we have your beautiful voice in the courtroom now this morning. I have a defendant with the headset on that needs your assistance. If you can see if you can make a connection to that.
Well, Your Honor, it's a funny thing. My system everything was up and running. Right now, I cannot connect to the headset. So this is, and I just sent a message to AV. I just got a call from.
Right here, Dahlia.
Okay.
So you can't call
My volume.
working. So is it an issue with your system?
It's my little gray box has gone all red, and I had already rebooted it this morning. So I can do it over the loudspeaker for now, so that we don't waste any time. I don't want.
Yeah, we can call somebody else too.
Yes, you can definitely do that, and hopefully everybody else is up and running.
Yeah, well,
so sorry, Your Honor.
Yeah, if I call you,
thank you.
Let's see. Hope we don't call you right back. All right.
Okay. I won't answer. Thank you.
See, starting out good.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Carlos Morales, State Certified Spanish Court Interpreter. The interpreter has not been sworn in already.
Good morning, Mr. Morales. If you can raise your right hand to be sworn in. You got it. Do you solemnly swear or affirm you're going to translate from Spanish to English and English to Spanish to the best of your ability to help you God?
I do.
All right. I'm here at the BRC this morning in courtroom 1. See if you can connect to the headsets. I have a couple of defendants that need your assistance.
We're connected, Your Honor.
All right. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Efraín Pino Ortiz.
Mr. Pino Ortiz, you were arrested in 2021 CT 1523 AO on a charge of driving under the influence. You're arrested in 2021 CT 1524 AO on a charge of no valid driver's license. The court did review the charging affidavits and citations in both cases and did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to release you on pretrial release in this case. I'm going to make a condition of your pretrial release that you not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You'll be subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. You may not drive or operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license, sir. All right, have a great day.
All right.
Hello, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Israel Garcia Vasquez. Israel Garcia Vasquez.
Israel Garcia Vasquez.
Mr. Garcia Vasquez, you are here in 2021 MM 31354 AO on charge of trespass on property after warning. The court did review the charging affidavit in this case. It did find probable cause for your arrest. States an offer to resolve Mr. Garcia Vasquez's case this morning.
Adjudication, credit for time served, no return.
Mr. Garcia, the state of Florida is offering you an adjudication of guilt, credit time served, and ordered me to tell you not to return to the location where you were arrested. You want to take that offer this morning to resolve your case?
Okay.
Okay.
Can you raise your right hand to be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, put your hand down. Sir, you're here in 2021 MM 1354 AO on charge of trespass after warning. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Sí, no me oigo bien.
Yes, but I can't hear very well.
Right. We're working on that. Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve your case today?
culpable. No me opongo.
No contest.
You understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're going to give up certain constitutional rights.
Sí, yes.
Yes.
You understand one of those rights, you're going to give up the right to have a trial where the state had to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
Correcto. Yes.
Correct. Yes.
You understand you give up the right to have an attorney appointed to represent you in this case.
Yes. Sí.
Yes.
At a trial, you can challenge the state's evidence. You can question the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. You understand that?
Sí.
Yes.
If there was a witness that you wanted to call and did not want to come to court, the court can use the subpoena power to make that witness appear. Do you understand?
I can't hear you now. That's okay. Any objection to the court's finding that the defendant is competent to proceed based on the report?
Sí.
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
I can hear you now.
No.
No.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No.
No.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No.
No.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Sí.
Yes.
All right, sir. I did review the charging affidavit. I did find a factual basis for the entering of your plea. I'll accept your plea of no contest, find it's freely and voluntarily entered. I'll adjudicate you guilty of the charge. I'll give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. The court costs and the cost of prosecution in this case are $273. I'll give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. Have a great day, sir. All right, sir, tell me your name.
Okay, thank you. At this time, the court does find that the defendant is competent to proceed and will accept the motion to violate.
Miguel Ayala.
Mr. Ayala, you are here in 2 cases. The first one is 2021 CF 2288AO on charge of possession of cocaine. The second case is 2021 CT 1519AO on charge of driving license suspended. I reviewed the charging affidavits in both cases. I did find a probable cause for your arrest as to those charges.
Continue to make those monthly payments until the amount is paid in full. Madam Clerk, would you see this credit time served for the record? All right, sir, you do have a right to appeal.
Ms. Kennedy Swanson, you do not want to resolve the misdemeanor case, or you just want to keep it all together?
Put it all together.
All right, sir. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance as to these charges. Conditions of your release are that you are to not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You're not to operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You're able to keep those 2 things and not come in contact with law enforcement. You won't have to worry about being rearrested for these charges. Have a great day, sir.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Morales. Have a great day.
You're welcome, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, ma'am. Tell me your name.
Shandy Temperance Bristol.
Ms. Bristol, you are here in 2021 MM 1362AO. You're arrested on 3 charges. The first one is battery, domestic violence. I'm sorry, in that case, you were arrested on battery domestic violence in 2021 CF 2021 CF 2313 AO. You were arrested for the charges of possession of heroin, possession of drug paraphernalia. I did review the charging affidavit as to both cases. It did find a probable cause as to your arrest in both cases. I want to set your bond in the misdemeanor case in amount of $1,000. Condition of your bonds, you had no contact with the victim. You are to not return. You must maintain a separate residence from the victim. You may return one time with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at the location. You may not possess any drugs or alcohol. You may not possess any drugs or alcohol. You be subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. I'll give you a 30-day grace period as to any narcotics, but alcohol testing will resume immediately.
Okay.
You also to not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. In 2021 CF 2313, I'm going to state the bond in those cases, amount of 1,000 and 100 or 150. 1,150, same conditions as to your misdemeanor case. We'll appoint a public defender to represent you. Have a great day, ma'am. I'm sorry, do you have any questions about the no contact order?
No, sir.
All right. Have a great day. This is David Jenkins, 2021 CF 2305 AO. We'll appoint a public defender to represent him in this case.
We'll waive, Your Honor.
I did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause. I'm going to set his bond in these cases an amount of $2,000. Condition of the bond, have no contact with the victim in this case. Must maintain a separate residence from the victim. I give a one-time return with law enforcement to the residence to retrieve any personal items he has at the location. He may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms he has need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of his release. He may not possess any drugs or alcohol without valid prescription. All right, tell me your name, sir.
Calvin Watson.
Mr. Watson, you're here in 2021 CF 2314 AO on charges of tampering with a witness to hinder communication of law enforcement and domestic violence. Court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to set your bond in count one, amount of $1,000, count two, an amount of $1,000. Condition of the bond, had no contact with the victim in this case. You maintain a separate residence from the victim. I give you a one-time return to law enforcement if you all share the same residence to retrieve any personal items you have at the location. Must not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You may not possess any drugs or alcohol without valid prescription. I'll appoint a public defender to represent you, sir. Have a great day. Can you tell me your name, man, sir?
Matthew Carter.
All right, Mr. Carter, you're here in 2021 MM67AA on a charge of battery domestic violence. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, it did find probable cause for your arrest. I have a witness in the witness booth, ma'am. Can you raise your right hand? No, first, tell me who you are. Can you tell me your name?
Michelle Woldridge.
Ms. Woldridge, could you raise your right hand and be sworn in? You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
So help me God.
All right, put your hand down. Can you tell me how you know Mr. Carter?
I am his mother.
All right. And are you afraid of your son?
No, sir, but I would like to speak if possible.
I can't hear you.
No, sir, I am not.
All right. Do you want to have contact with him?
Yes, I do.
Has anything like this happened in the past?
Not like this, no.
All All right. Were you the subject of the prior domestic violence arrest?
Yes,
All right.
but may I say a couple of words, Your Honor?
Well, let me get through this.
Okay, yes, sir, I'm
little
sorry.
colloquy with you, and then we can have a quick discussion.
Okay, thank you,
All
sir.
right. Did drugs or alcohol play a role during this incident?
Alcohol, no.
Drugs or alcohol?
Drugs.
All right. And Ms. Kenny Swanson, do you have any questions for this witness?
Yes, were these illegal drugs or prescription drugs?
Illegal drugs.
No further questions.
All right. And Ms. George?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right. All right. So, Ms. Wooldridge, you're going to tell me something about the release conditions you want me to set for your son. You go ahead and tell me that.
Yes, sir, I do want to be able to have contact with my son. I'm here today because I love my son more than anything in this world. And I do believe it's some type of amphetamines that has put him in the situation that he is in today. And I am asking you, Your Honor, the courts to please help my son get some type of rehabilitation. And I am here to help him in any way possible, and I'm please asking you for your help, sir.
All right. Well, ma'am, I can't order him to treatment or rehab. We don't have that kind of system here in the state of Florida. But if Mr. Carter wants to take it amongst himself to take advantage of the pretrial release services I'm going to place him on, and to take advantage of some of the things we have at the courthouse, like drug court and other things, to help him with his addiction, then that's up to him to do it. Because you can't, as long as you know you're a parent and you feel helpless in the situation, but it's up to him to whether he's going to decide to make that choice or not, okay? All right. All right, sir. I'm going to set your bond as follows, an amount of $500. It's going to come with pretrial release supervision, that you have no hostile contact with your mother. So, no hostile contact means this. You all can have disagreements. You cannot like how she's parenting you, or things that annoy you that parents do, but that's fine. You can have disagreements about that. Those disagreements cannot become violent. They cannot become threatening. They cannot come to the point where someone that your mom calls law enforcement, or somebody that sees you all arguing calls law enforcement. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Because if that happens, you're going to violate my court order, and you're going to find yourself sitting here with me at the Orange County Jail. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You be subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
I'll give you a 30-day grace period for you to possibly get your affairs in order, but as far as the narcotics testing, but after that time, any positive test will also result in you being here with me at the Orange County Jail. Do you understand that?
Okay, yes.
All right. All right. Have a great day, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm going to put the public defender to represent you.
So what does this mean?
Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Good morning, Your Honor. Michelle Lynn Casares Valdez.
All right, Ms. Casares Valdez, you're here in 2021 MM 115AW for a charge of battery domestic violence. I did review the charging affidavit in your case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to set your bond as follows, an amount of $1,500. Condition of your bond, you had no contact with the victim in this case. You must maintain a separate residence from the victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at the location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You may not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You'll be subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. You understand?
Yes, sir.
I'll give you a 30-day grace period to any narcotics that may already be in your system, but after that time, any positive test will result in you being here with me at the Orange County Jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have any questions about the no contact order?
No, sir.
All right. Have a great day, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Tell me your name, sir. Mr. Stallings, you're here in 2021 MM 1361AO on a charge of battery domestic violence. The court did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. going to set your bond in this case in the amount of $1,000. Additionally, your bond is you have no contact with the victim, that you maintain a separate residence from the victim, that I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at the location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. Ms. Swan, so you asking for anything else from Mr. Stalling? All right. Sir, you're out on pretrial release in 2020, CF 11728. In that case, the court is,
There's no objection to revoking and setting another bond.
that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to revoke your bond as to those, till their pretrial release in that case. I'm going to set a new bond in your cases in the amount of $1,000 in count one and $1,500 in count two. In addition to that bond, not possessing weapons or firearms. You have no contact with your victims or witnesses in that case. All right?
I have 2 bonds.
Well, you were out on PTR. I'm revoking that PTR and setting a bond in your case. So you have bonds in all your cases so you can get out.
Yes, sir.
But if you violate my court orders and or find yourself probable cause to commit another new law offense, you're probably going to end up sitting with me for a while.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, they only filed on carrying a concealed firearm.
All right, so I'll ROR him as to the grand theft of the firearm, and I'll still state the bond at $1,500 as to the carrying concealed firearm charge. That's on the order, the revoke order.
Okay. And what was the bond for the new case?
1,000. Say 1,000.
I don't have anything.
I didn't say anything.
It was 1,000, Your Honor.
That was 1,000. Yeah,
Okay, thank
I said
you.
1,000.
You said it so quick.
Make sure I'm not losing my mind up here. All right, sir. Do you have any questions about the no contact order?
No, sir.
All right. By the orders. Have a great day.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
Is medical, Your Honor?
All right. This is Celia Tell, 2021 MM 1349AO. Going to appoint the public defender office to represent her.
We'll waive, Your Honor.
All right. The judge already previously signed a warrant finding probable cause for her arrest as to this matter. The court is going to set her bond in count one, in the amount of $5,000, count two, in the amount of $1,000. Addition of the bond, no contact with the victim. Maintain a separate residence. There's no return to the residence at this point. No return to the residence. Possess no weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms she has need to turn over to law enforcement within 24 hours of her release. Not possessing any drugs or alcohol while valid prescription. She was out on bond in 2021, CF 1519AO. The court is going to revoke that bond. I'm going to set a new bond at $0 in that case. Can you tell me your name, ma'am?
Deborah Dougherty.
Ms. Darby, you are here in 2021 CT 1520AO for a charge of driving under the influence. You're also here in 2021 CT 1521AO for refusal to submit to a DUI test.
I did do the
She does qualify?
breathalyzer.
All right, sir, ma'am, I'm going to release you on pretrial release in this case. Additionally, your pretrial release is this: you cannot operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You may not consume or possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You'll be subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. I'll give you a 30-day grace period to any narcotics that you may have already in your system. But after that time, any positive test will result in a violation of my orders.
No, I understand. If I may, I'm going through a.
Don't talk about
Talk to Ms. George.
Oh, okay.
If you need to have on point of public defender's office to represent you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, have a great day, ma'am.
Everett is medical, Your Honor.
All right, this is 2017 CT 1070AE. Mr. Everett was arrested on a warrant for failure to appear. His bond is set at $1,000. He's already represented by the public defender's office. Ms. George,
We'll waive, Your Honor.
we'll state his bonds are set.
Your Honor, I'm so sorry. Were you going to speak on his court-ordered driving while license suspended? He came over from Osceola County.
I have one case. What case?
Okay.
I have
It's the
2000
same case.
2017 CT 1070AE.
Yeah, it's the same case. They revoked it over in Osceola County,
Okay.
and then he was transported over here.
Okay.
And I guess that's when they served that FTA warrant on him. So, are you gonna?
No, it's going. I'm gonna leave his bonds at 1,000.
Oh, no, but the court order is at 0.
I'm setting his bond at 1,000.
Okay.
What court? I mean, they revoked his bond over there.
In Osceola County.
Osceola County.
So when he came over here, they had that court order on him with the same case number with a 0 bond. So do you want to remove the court order bond? Because it's at 0. So it kind of conflicts.
I would say remove the court order and leave
Yeah.
it $1,000 for.
Yeah, exactly. I'm modifying that order and setting his bond at $1,000.
Okay, thank you.
Removing. I don't know if I can remove the order, but his bond is 1,000, so he can bond out at $1,000
Okay,
as
thank you.
long as it didn't show up at his future court dates. All right. Then I had Holly Osborne bonded. Yeah. And I have Pollock.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Tell me your name.
Card Torrance Pollock.
Mr. Pollock, you are here in 2020 CT 6066AO on a failure to appear warrant. The judge signed that warrant, set your bond at $0. You're represented by the public defender's office. Ms. Katie Swanson, you have an offer for his driver's license suspended case.
State will offer to let him plead to the lesser included offense of no valid driver's license 32203, an adjudication, credit for time served. However, Mr. Pollock needs to understand that he needs to get a valid license because his next driving license suspended will habitualize him, and he will lose his license for 5 years.
Ms. George, you want to talk to Mr. Pollock about that offer?
I do, Your Honor. Could I have just a moment?
Yeah, stay right there.
Okay.
He got a lot of
Make sure he doesn't have any issue.
things happening there.
That's one in 2020 and one in 2019. They're all having their reasons.
Your Honor, we're going to accept the state's offer of an adjudication to go credit for time served and enter a plea of no contest.
All right, sir. You raise your right hand and be sworn in. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, you put your hand down. All right, Ms. Kennedy Swanson, you want to do that amendment?
Mr. Honor, state would amend the information to a 322.03 no valid driver's license.
All right, sir, you being charged now with no valid driver's license, that's a second-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
Sir.
You want to enter, Ms. George, tell me you want to enter a plea of no contest. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're going to give up certain constitutional rights.
Yes, sir.
You understand one of those rights, you're going to give up the right to have a trial where the state will have to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes, sir.
You understand you give up the right to have Ms. George represent you at that trial.
Yes, sir.
At that trial, Ms. George can challenge the state's evidence. You can question the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
If there's a witness you wanted to call and that witness did not want to come to court, the court can use subpoena power to make that witness appear. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You understand you waive your right to remain silent as to this charge?
Yes, sir.
All right. Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
Yes, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation. I did review your citation while I was in chambers this morning. I did find a factual basis for your driving record and found a factual basis for the plea. I will accept your plea of no contest in this case. I'm going to adjudicate you guilty of the charge. I'm giving credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. The court cost of prosecution in this case are $306. There's a $50 public defender application fee and a $50 public defender lien. All those costs will be payable directly to the clerk within 1 year of today's date. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment, sentence, in writing. All right?
Yes, sir.
Your whole life seems to be surrounded by you driving and getting in trouble for that. Like, how old are you?
Make it to work.
You born in 93, man. You young.
Make it to work, sir. The buses don't go where I work at.
You gotta figure something out, man.
But I just did the Operation Green Light on the 22nd.
Do that.
I just did it on the 22nd.
I'm saying, like, you were a very young man for your life to be being transformed by the operation of a motor vehicle. Yep, just, so do what you gotta do, get your license together so you don't have any more problems, man.
Thank you.
How many days do you have, Your Honor?
2 days.
Thank you.
All right?
Yes, sir.
Have a great day.
Hello, Your Honor. Hello, Your Honor.
All right, good morning. Can you tell me your name, sir?
Tyrone Giovanni Ramcharan.
Say your last name again?
Ramcharan.
Mr. Ramcharan, you are here in a few matters this morning. The old case you were here for is 2020 CT 1059AA. And you have a failure to appear warrant. The judge signed that warrant, set your bond at $500. You're also arrested in 2021 MM 38AE on a charge of providing false identification of law enforcement. I did review that charging affidavit. I did find probable cause for your arrest. You also have an out-of-county warrant from Seminole County, where the judge in that case set your bond at $495. Ms. Kenny Swanson, do you have any offers for the misdemeanor cases?
Withhold credit for time served.
As to
Both cases.
both?
Yes, Your Honor, both cases.
All right, Mr. Ron Gawan, the state of Florida is offering a withhold adjudication of guilt, credit time served in both of your cases. That offer you want to accept today?
Yeah.
All right, can you raise your right hand to be sworn in? You
Yes.
solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
All right, put your hand down. Sir, you're here in two matters. The first one is 2021 MM 38AE for a charge of providing false information to law enforcement. That is a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. You're also here in 2020 CT 1059 on a charge of no valid driver's license. 1059AA, charge of no valid driver's license. That is a second-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
You want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve those two cases today?
No contest.
No contest.
All right. You understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're going to give certain constitutional rights as to each case.
Yes.
Water. Sorry. Apologize. Like, getting a little cotton mouth up here. All right. You understand that you're given the right to have a trial in each case where the state will have to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes.
You understand you're given the right to have an attorney to represent you in those cases if you cannot afford it.
Yes.
In each case, you can challenge the state's evidence. You can question the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. Do you understand that?
Yes.
If there was a witness you wanted to call and that witness did not want to appear, the court can use the subpoena power to make that witness appear. Do you understand?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or forced you to enter this plea?
No.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes.
All right, I'll start off with 2021 MM38AE. The court did review the charging affidavit, did find a factual basis for the entering of your plea. I'll accept your plea of no contest in that case. I will withhold, finding your plea is freely and voluntary to enter. I'll withhold adjudication of guilt. I'm giving credit for 2 days, correct? In the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. The court calls the cost of prosecution in that case of $273.
Okay.
In 2020 CT 1059AA, the courts did review your court file before coming to court today. I did find a factual basis for the entering of your plea. I'll accept your plea of no contest in that case, find it is freely and voluntarily entered. I will withhold adjudication of guilt as to that charge and give him credit for the 2 days, I believe as well, as you spent in the Orange County Jail. The court calls the cost of prosecution in that case of $301.
Okay.
I'll combine these two cases for payment, and you'll give you 1 year from today's date to make that payment directly to the clerk in full.
Okay.
You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing.
Okay.
All right, have a great day, sir. You still have the Seminole County case you can bond out on, which is $495, all right?
One more time.
You have a Seminole County case warrant. The judge in that case set your bond at $495.
Okay. Would I be able to pay that too, or no?
You can bond out, yeah, you can bond out here.
Okay.
You gotta go back to Seminole County, otherwise you're gonna get another warrant from them. All right, I have Velez. All right, 2021 CT 1525 AO, will appoint a public defender to represent him.
We'll waive, Your Honor.
All right, I did review the charging affidavit in his case, did find probable cause for his arrest. Going to have him screened for mental health pretrial release first. If he does not qualify for that, I'm going to,
There is no objection to ROR.
yep, release him on his own recognizance if he doesn't qualify. All right, let's got some arraignments this morning. We have Cologne Torres.
Medical, Your Honor.
Let me scan. All right, 2021 CT 1381 AO. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent
We'll waive, Your Honor.
Cologne Torres, and we're going to set her for Division 80.
Good afternoon. Please tell me your name.
Michael Daniel Henderson, ma'am.
All right, sir. You're here in case number 21MM1360AO, charged with trespass on property after warning. There is probable cause. Does the state have an offer?
Yes, adjudication of guilt, credit for time served, no return.
Are you interested in accepting that offer, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir, you understand that if you enter a plea of guilty or no contest today, you're going to be giving up certain constitutional rights, like your right to remain silent, your right to testify on your own behalf, your right to a jury trial where one is required. We're not going to have a trial in this case if you enter a plea of guilty or no contest. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that what you want to do here today?
Yes, ma'am.
You have to answer out loud.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I'm good.
All right, you understand that if you're on probation, this plea could violate your probation?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand if you're not a United States citizen, this plea could subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything in order to get you to enter this plea?
Oh, ma'am.
All right, at this time, how do you wish to plead to the charge of trespass on property after warning?
Guilty.
How? I can't hear you. You have to,
Oh, yeah, whatever. I'm guilty, yeah. Whatever.
you want to enter a plea of guilty?
Yeah, I'm guilty.
All right, sir, I'll accept your plea of guilty. I find it's freely and voluntarily made. I'll adjudicate you guilty, order you to serve how many days? 2 days in jail, give you credit for the 2 days that you've served. Sir, I'm going to order that you're not allowed to return to this location, and I have to order that you pay court costs. I'll give you a year to pay them. At this time, sir, I'm going to take no action on your out on bond cases. Good luck, sir.
All right, thank you.
Please tell me your name.
Tamika Shante Smith.
You're here in case number 21MM1350AO, charged with trespass on property after warning. There is probable cause. Does the state have an offer?
To withhold credit for time served, no return, and no objection and no action on the Allen bond.
Are you interested in accepting that offer? You have to answer out loud.
Yes, ma'am.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Please swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you understand that if you enter a plea today, you're going to be waiving or giving up certain constitutional rights, like your right to remain silent, your right to testify on your own behalf.
I have a moment, Your Honor.
Yes. Tomiko Smith. All right, Counselor, do you think that you need some additional time to talk to your client?
Your Honor, because the area that she is being trespassed from is her residence, is what she is telling me, the place she lives with her kids. Do you want to, the no return is no return, right?
It is no return.
Yeah, she wants to wait to.
There is no objection to leaving the bond as set and still no action. If she
All
doesn't-
right, so that's fine, ma'am.
Yeah, and then we deal with it later.
All right, cool.
You can enter a plea of not guilty today, and then you have some time to talk to your attorney about the case. I'll leave the bond as is, but you're not allowed to return while you're out on bond until your attorney files a motion, okay?
Do I have to pay to get out, or do I just get out?
No, the bond is $500. And you're out on bond in another case, I believe. So I'm not revoking your bond on your out on bond case, though.
So do you want to take it or no?
That's what the state said. I don't have that paperwork, but the state said that, so.
This is Ms.
You're gonna
Smith,
have-
right?
Yes.
She's not on 2019 CF 3231?
I don't have that paperwork, but
Oh, that's on my face sheet. Okay, I can look it up.
I have that note, but I don't have an out on bond case. So, but I'm not taking any action anyway, so there's nothing to address on that case. All right, good luck, ma'am.
Your Honor,
Oh, and I'm appointing the public defender. Yes, ma'am.
she doesn't have any way to post bond. Is there any way you would give a ROR on this case? Since it's just a trespass, Your Honor.
So her other charge is a burglary charge.
Is it still active? Because she.
I show that she has 2 prior failures to appear. Does the state show any other convictions? I show a lot of arrests, but I don't know about convictions.
I only show the one, what is it? 2 convictions. I don't show anything else. I will say there's some, I have a competency status coming up on 3-3 on the Allen bond case.
All right.
So state don't have, state don't have no objection to ROR. Just to maintain contact with the public defender's office. Looks like she's had competency status since October of last year.
And when is the next hearing?
March the 3rd, so next.
March the 3rd?
Yes, next week.
All right, ma'am, so you understand that you have a hearing on March the 3rd on your other case. You need to stay in touch with your attorney. I am going to authorize you to be released on your own recognizance, but I'm going to order that you have to stay in touch with your attorney and maintain, and you have to make all of your court dates. Do you understand? You have to answer out loud.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you.
Please tell me your name.
Shirley Price.
All right, ma'am, you're here in 21 CF 2315, charged with robbery armed with a deadly weapon.
Ma'am, I had no weapon. It's a lie.
Don't talk about the facts.
It's a lie,
All right.
ma'am.
Your Honor, we did speak about this case, defense and I prior to court. State has no objection to setting a bond on this case. Just no contact, no return, no weapons.
Counselor, what level felony is this charge?
It should be a PBO.
And I have a note that says she's a violent felony offender of special concern. Do you have that as well?
I think that's.
I am not, man. I've never been in trouble in my life.
I don't see any criminal
Just a moment, ma'am.
There's no criminal
I
history.
see no
Your
criminal
Honor, I think it's this charge.
Yeah.
So it's only this charge?
Yeah, ma'am. I've never been in
Okay.
trouble.
Charge.
Yeah, I don't have any other criminal history.
And I didn't have no
Why,
weapon.
just a moment, ma'am.
Okay.
And why is the state not objecting to the court setting a bond on a punishable by life offense?
I looked at the facts of this particular case.
All right. Does the state have a recommendation as to bond?
We did not, Your Honor. I mean, it looks like this this defendant is homeless, that even though she did steal there may be some dispute on how the actual weapon was used, the stick. And when I was speaking to defense about it, understanding what happened, no objection to a bond being set.
All right. Ma'am, at this time, I am going to give you a bond of $5,000. You're not allowed to return to the scene, and you're not allowed to have any contact with any victims or witnesses in the case. You're also not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. May I have a PR bond? I have no money, ma'am, till Monday.
So what'll happen is your attorney can file a motion in front of the trial judge to reduce the bond.
When
But if
will
you're
that be?
able to post the bond, then you will be able to be
When
released.
will that be?
That's up to you and your attorney.
Ma'am, please let me out, please, on a PR bond. I will not go nowhere.
I'm not going to do that at this time, but you have a
I had
bond.
no weapon, ma'am. It's not right. She lied.
All right, good luck, ma'am.
No, ma'am. No, let me out, please. What is my bond, ma'am?
It's $5,000.
Oh, how much would that be? Wait,
That's between you and a bondsman. You'll have to talk to a bondsman. Please tell me your name.
Tyler Foster.
All right, you're here in case number 19 CT 1076AX. A habeas was issued for your arrest for leaving the scene of a crash involving property damage. The bond authorized on that habeas is $2,000. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Good
Yeah.
luck. Oh,
They had already time served her.
Time serving. Yes, I have a private
Yeah,
attorney.
Lake County sent over an order. It caught me by surprise too when I was looking over it. They
I don't
sent
have an order.
I signed the plea.
I can print it, one moment.
All I have is a capias. It looks like, has the state seen this?
State has not, Your Honor.
All right, it looks like there's an order here signed by Emily Currington, County Court Judge in Lake County, that The defendant was not present but entered a plea of no contest, was sentenced to 15 days in jail with credit for the 15 days that she served.
That's the court's understanding, in the same case, no objection, Your Honor, to time served here. Releasing her as.
It is the same case number. So, all right, it looks like the court sentenced you to 15 days in jail and gave you credit for the 15 days that you've served. Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you.
But we don't have to do an order because there already is one. So, unless there's a way to just write that okay. Good afternoon, Counselor. Please put your appearance on the record.
Your Honor, Chung Kim on behalf of Mr. Johnson.
Case number 21 CF 230380. Mr. Johnson, you're charged with possession of cocaine with a weapon, possession of cocaine, and carrying a concealed firearm.
Your Honor, I did discuss potential reduction of bond with the state in this matter. I believe Ms. Kennedy has no objection to setting bond at $2,500 on count 1 and count 2 and 3 remaining as they are set currently at $150.
Correct, Your Honor.
And why would we do that?
Your Honor, my review of the case, it appears that there's some factual dispute regarding whether this particular firearm was obscured from ordinary view. I believe the report indicates that it was on top of the passenger seat in a loose holster. Statutorily, I don't necessarily know at this point. I know it's a factual issue under the totality of the circumstances, the lighting situation, but arguably we would argue that there wasn't sufficient probable cause to arrest Mr. Johnson for that particular offense.
So the offense is possession of cocaine with a weapon.
Correct, ma'am.
What element of that?
The officer effectuated the arrest for the carrying concealed firearm and discovered the suspected cocaine search incident to arrest.
All right, I see, Counselor. Thank you. All right, at this time, sir, I am finding probable cause. Your bond will be $2,500 on count 1, $150 on count 2, $150 on count 3. You're not allowed to possess or consume any illegal substances, have contact with any known drug dealers, and you're also not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Do you understand? You have to answer out loud.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and I'll also order that you're not allowed to return to this area. Do you know where the tree is?
Yes, ma'am.
You're not allowed to return there.
Correct. Yes, ma'am.
Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Counselor, is there anything else?
No, Your Honor. Thank you. Have a good
Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
David Michael Beta.
Sir, you're here in 21 MO 254, charged with disorderly conduct. There is probable cause. Does the state have an offer?
Withhold credit for time served.
Are you interested in accepting that today, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let me ask the public defender, did you have an opportunity to speak with everyone, and did you explain the plea form to them?
Your Honor, I spoke with them about the offers this morning. I didn't per se go through the plea offer.
But the constitutional rights they're giving up, did you talk about any of that?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Sir, please raise your right hand.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, help you God?
I do.
All right, sir, put your hand down. You understand that if you enter a plea of guilty or no contest today, that you'll be giving up certain constitutional rights, like your right to remain silent, your right to testify on your own behalf, your right to call witnesses at a jury trial where one is required, present any defenses you have. You're not going to have a jury trial here. You understand?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
And that's what you want to do?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand that if you're on probation, this plea could violate that probation?
I am not, and I do.
You understand if you're not a United States citizen, this plea could subject you to deportation?
I understand.
All right, then at this time, how do you wish to plead to the charge of disorderly conduct?
No contest.
I'll accept your plea of no contest. I'll find it's freely and voluntarily made. I will withhold adjudication, order you to serve
2 days.
2 days in jail, I'll give you credit for the 2 days that you served. And sir, I have to order that you pay court costs. I'll give you a year to pay them.
When does that start and how much?
24 hours after release, I mean, you can start paying it, but you have a year to pay it.
Okay, so 24 hours after they released me today, I have?
Right, you can start paying if you want to. You can set up a payment plan, but you don't have to. You have a whole year to pay it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. All right, this is case number 21MM1351. Counselor, I'm going to appoint your office to represent him.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Your Honor, can we bring him back tomorrow to resolve his case, if possible?
Is it?
Is he?
He won't be.
Not gonna make it?
No.
He has no objection to ROR. He has no failure to appears.
All right, I'll ROR him. No return and no contact with any victims or witnesses in the case. Please tell me your name.
Michael didn't make him.
Sir, you're here in 21MM1352AO, charged with petty theft. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Your bond is $250. You're not allowed to return to Wawa or have contact with any victims or witnesses in the case. Does the state wish to be heard on his out on bond case? It's a grand theft.
We'll leave that to court's discretion.
All right, does the defense have any argument to present?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to revoke your bond in 20 CF 9922BO. So your attorney will have to file a motion in front of the trial judge. All right, good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Tiara Matthews.
You're here in 21MM1363AO, charged with trespass on property after warning. There is probable cause. Does the state have an offer?
Yes, Your Honor, a withhold adjudication, credit for time served of 2 days, no return. I'm sorry, 1 day, no return.
Are you interested in accepting that offer?
What'd she say?
A withhold adjudication, credit for time served of 2 days and no return.
No? All right, I see that you qualify for pretrial release. At this time, I'll place you on pretrial release. With special conditions, you're not allowed to return, and you're not allowed to have contact with any victims or witnesses in the case. Do you understand? All right, good luck. Oh, and I'll appoint the public defender's office. Thank you. Please tell me your name.
Scott Lamar Sanders.
All right, sir, you're here in 21MM1353AO, charged with petty theft. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Your bond is $250. I'll order that you're not allowed to return to the store. You're not allowed to have contact with any victims or witnesses in the case or co-defendants. As to your out on bond case, does the state know if that's been charged? It's petty theft and burglary
1 moment, Your Honor.
from December of 2020. It's 20 CF 15195
This Your Honor,
AO.
charged as petty theft, 2 priors, and resisting an officer without.
All right, at this time, I'm going to revoke your bond on that. Good luck, sir. I can't hear you. If you get closer to the mic, I can hear you.
I don't have a bond at all.
You do on your petty theft, but I revoked your bond on the case for which you're out on bond, which is also a theft case. So your attorney can file a motion in front of the trial judge. Good luck, sir.
Spolarich, his behavior, Your Honor.
Okay. 21MM1359AO, trespass on property after warning and resisting. Counselor, I'm going to appoint your office.
No objection to ROR, Your Honor.
I find his behavior a willing waiver of his appearance today in court. And why are we not objecting to an ROR on this case?
Your Honor, based on circumstances and the facts of the case, we would have had a PTR, but I see he doesn't qualify for PTR.
All right, I'll authorize that he's released on his own recognizance, no contact, and not return.
Angela Tolbert is also behavior, Your Honor.
21 MM 116 AW, trespass on property after warning. Counselor, I'm going to appoint your office, and I find her behavior a willing waiver of her appearance today in court. There is probable cause. Her bond is $250. All order, she's not allowed to return or have contact with any victims or witnesses in the case. And I'm revoking her bond in 20 MM 4191 and 20 CF 8796. Please tell me your name.
Cardenas Alejandro, ma'am.
All right, sir. In case number 2019 MM 2962AO,
Your Honor, the state's going to file no process.
a capias was issued for your arrest, and the state just dropped the case against you. Have a nice day, sir. Good luck.
Thank you, ma'am.
Please tell me your name.
Justin Foster.
You're here in 20 MM 7410AO. A capias was issued for your arrest for failing to appear on a criminal mischief charge. Your bond is $750. In 20 MM 7402AO, a capias was issued for you for failing to appear on a charge of petty theft. The bond on that capias is $500. In each case, you're not allowed to return or have contact with any victims or witnesses in the case. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor,
I'll appoint the public defender in both cases.
MM 7402, the offer is a withhold adjudication, credit for time served, no return, cost of investigation of $70.32 to the Orlando Police Department. In 2020 MM 7410, the offer is adjudication of guilt, credit for time served, no return, cost of investigation of $111.72. And we have a moment to, I didn't write down who that was to.
Are you interested in accepting the state's offers today?
Yes, ma'am.
Please raise your right hand.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that if you enter a plea of guilty or no contest to these charges today, you're giving up your right to remain silent, your right to testify on your own behalf, your right to present any witnesses that you have and defenses at a jury trial where one is required. We'll not be having a trial here.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's what you want to do?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand if you're on probation, this plea could violate that probation?
Yes.
You understand if you're not a United States citizen, this plea could subject you to deportation?
Yes.
And did anyone threaten you or promise you anything other than what the state just said in court
No,
to
ma'am.
get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
All right, then at this time, how do you wish to plead to criminal mischief and petty theft of $100 or more?
No contest.
No contest.
I'll accept your pleas of no contest. I find they're freely and voluntarily made. I'll adjudicate you guilty in both cases. Counselor, do you have written down what you said? I didn't write this.
Yes,
I thought you had one was a withhold. No?
yes, 2020 MM 7402 is a withhold. I can give it to the clerk right now, Your Honor.
A withhold?
A withhold, credit for time served, no return, and cost of investigation of $70.32 to.
Why are we withholding? He has a prior record.
I believe that offer had previously been conveyed before he failed to appear on that case. So I was reading the notes of the previous ASA. I don't know why they did, that was their previous offer conveyed.
I'm not inclined to withhold.
That's fine, Your Honor.
So I'll adjudicate you guilty if you want to. Other than that, I'll abide by the state's offer, but I'm going to adjudicate you guilty in both cases.
Okay.
Do you still want to do this today?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand the difference?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
And then in the 7410 case, an adjudication of guilt, credit for time served, no return, cost of investigation of $111.72 to the Orange County Sheriff's Office.
All right, so I'm going to order that you pay that cost of investigation. And in both cases, you're not allowed to have any contact with victims or witnesses or return to the scene.
Okay.
I'll also order that you pay court costs in each case, and I'll give you a year to pay it.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
And you do understand what we did?
Absolutely.
All right, good luck, sir. Thank you.
So what's the time served?
Oh, how many days in?
On 7402, he has 6 days. On 7410, he has 2 days.
Been on.
I'll give you credit for 6 days and 2 days. Please tell me your name.
My name is Hector Rosario.
Sir, a capias was issued for your arrest in 20 MM 2051 BO for failing to appear for a pretrial conference on the charge of trespass in structure. The bond is $1,000. Does the state have an offer?
Yes, an adjudication of guilt, credit for time served, no return.
Are you interested in accepting that?
Okay, can I just say something? I'm
Don't
not,
talk about
I'm not talking about the. Okay, I don't understand these words here, like, I don't understand. I don't understand really.
Okay, Your Honor.
All right, you understand, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're interested in accepting the state's offer?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, raise your right hand, please, to be sworn.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, self you got?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir, you understand that by you can put your hand down. Entering a plea of no contest or guilty today, you're going to be giving up certain rights. You were here a minute ago when I explained those rights to the gentleman just before you. Do you understand those rights?
Kind of, yes.
What don't you understand?
I mean, I'm not too good understanding these court matters, but whatever you guys get, I didn't do nothing wrong, really. We can have permission to come to the house. But we cleaned the house, and then 2 days later, the police knocks. They has us trespassing, but we weren't trespassing. We had permission.
All right, so it sounds like what you're saying to me is that you have some defenses in this case. So if you enter a plea of no contest or guilty today, you're not going to present those defenses. This court is going to sentence you today and the case is over. So you don't have an opportunity to present that defense.
Okay, so I don't want to do that, I guess.
So do you want to enter a plea of not guilty and talk to your attorney and then maybe present some defenses that you have?
Yes.
All right, we'll enter a plea of not guilty at this time. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Your bond is $1,000 on that capias, sir, and I'll just order that you're not allowed to return. All right, good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
John Dudley.
All right, good afternoon, sir. You're here in case number 21MM1356AO.
Yes, ma'am.
In that case, you're charged with contempt of court violating an injunction for stalking. There's no bond authorized on that. In case number 20MM2046AO, hold on.
My knees are there.
A capias was issued for you failing to appear for a violation of probation, and the charge is violation of injunction for protection against stalking or cyberstalking, and there is no bond authorized on that capias. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you in both cases. Good luck, sir.
There's extenuating circumstances, Judge.
So you'll have to present that to the trial judge, so talk to your attorney about it, okay?
When will that be?
That's up to you and your attorney.
Okay.
All right, good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Audrey Lane Walker.
You're here in case number 20MM8692AO. A capias was issued for your arrest for failing to appear for pretrial to answer for a charge of prostitution. The bond amount is $2,000. Does the state have an offer?
Yes, Your Honor, with full credit for time served.
Are you interested in accepting that offer?
I am.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, self you got? Yes, ma'am.
All right, you understand, ma'am, that if you enter this plea of guilty or no contest today, that you're giving up certain constitutional rights, like your right to remain silent, your right to testify on your own behalf, your right to a jury trial when one is required, and to bring witnesses to present any defenses you have. We're not having a jury trial if you enter a plea today. You understand that?
I do, ma'am.
You understand if you're on probation, this plea could violate that probation.
I do.
You understand if you're not a United States citizen, this plea could subject you to deportation.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, at this time, how do you wish to plead to the charge of prostitution?
No contest.
All right, I'll accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily made. I'll withhold adjudication, give you credit for how many days?
3 days.
3 days in jail. I'll order that you pay court costs, and I'll give you a year to pay them. Good luck.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Please tell me your name.
Brandon Thomas.
All right, sir, you're here in case number 20MM331AW. A warrant was issued for your arrest for violating probation, alleging that you did not comply with instructions given to you by your central intake officer and your probation officer, and you failed to keep appointments, and that you failed to pay $50 per month cost of supervision. At this time, there is no bond authorized on that warrant. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Edmund Gregory.
You're here in case number 21MO251AO, charged with open container of an alcoholic beverage. There is probable cause. Does the state have an offer?
On behalf of the city, withhold credit for time served, Your Honor.
Are you interested in accepting that?
This time served, yes, ma'am.
Please raise your right hand.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir, you understand that if you enter a plea of guilty or no contest today, you're going to be giving up certain constitutional rights, like your right to remain silent, your right to testify on your own behalf, your right to a jury trial where one is required, your right to bring witnesses to testify and present defenses. You're giving up those rights.
I don't want to give up my rights, ma'am.
I'm sorry?
I don't want to give up my rights.
I need you to get really close to the microphone.
I don't want to give up my rights, no, ma'am.
A moment, Your Honor.
I still couldn't hear what he said.
Have a moment.
Yes.
He said he didn't want to give up his rights, Your Honor.
Oh, all right, that's fine. He doesn't have to. I cannot hear. Did you hear? Okay. You could hear it.
Okay, Your Honor, we're ready.
I'm
All
pleading,
right, Mr. Gregory.
I'm pleading no contest. I just want to resolve it today.
Okay, but you do understand you're giving up those rights. We're not going to have a trial today,
Yes, ma'am.
and you're okay doing that.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what you want to do.
Yes, ma'am.
And I know that your attorney just had a conversation with you. I hope that she explained it to you, but did anyone threaten you or promise you anything to get you to enter this plea today?
No.
All right, so at this time, sir, wait, you understand that if you're on probation, this plea could violate your probation?
No, I'm not on probation, ma'am.
All right, you understand if you're not a United States citizen, this plea could subject you to deportation?
I'm a U.S. citizen.
All right. And at this time, how do you wish to plead to the charge of open container of alcoholic beverage?
No contest.
I'll accept your plea of no contest. I'll find it's freely and voluntarily made. I'll withhold adjudication, give you credit for
2 days.
2 days in jail, and I'll order that you pay court costs. I'll give you a year to pay them.
Okay, thank you.
Good luck, sir. That's case number 21MO252AO. I'll appoint the public defender's office. There is probable cause.
No objection to ROR,
All right, counselor, I'm going to ROR your client,
and no action on the out on bond, Your Honor.
and I'll take no action on the out-on-bond cases. What's your name, sir?
Deshae Brown.
All right, sir, you're here in case number 20CF1209AO, charged with fleeing or attempting to elude a law enforcement officer with lights and sirens. A warrant was issued for your arrest, and then an information was filed. With 2 counts.
We have one.
Wait. Oh, driving without a valid driver's license is count 2.
You have it?
Does the state wish to be heard on bond?
I have one moment, Your Honor. No objection to a $1,500 bond as count one, $100 bond as to count two. It's a no valid driver's license.
Okay, no valid.
No valid, Your Honor.
All right, that's what I'll do then. Your bond will be $1,500 on count one, $100 on count two. You understand you can't drive without a valid license?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
The state filed an information, so there is a count two because an information's already been filed.
At least for me, it's in the clerk's site,
Please tell me your name, sir.
Vicente Castellano.
All right, sir, you're here in case number 21MM1364, charged with resisting an officer without violence. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Your bond will be $500.
Your Honor, who is this?
Escalana.
Oh. Sorry, Your Honor.
All right, in case number 21 CF 2308AO, you're charged with grand theft. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you in this charge as well. I reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause exists. Your bond is $2,000. You're not allowed to have contact with any victims, witnesses, or co-defendants in the case, and you're not allowed to return to the scene. Do you understand?
Your Honor, he does qualify for pretrial release, if I'm looking at the scene. Yes. He does qualify for pretrial release. We would just ask for pretrial release. In this case, it doesn't seem that he has any criminal history. Am I looking at the right one?
Sorry, the paperwork I had said he didn't qualify, but I see an updated one that says he does. Does the state have any argument?
No objection, Your Honor. Well, that's for no contact and no return.
All right. At this time, I'm going to place you on pretrial release, so change the bonds to pretrial release in both cases. You're still not allowed to return, and you're not allowed to have contact with any victims, witnesses, or co-defendants in the case. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And
All right, good luck,
will
sir.
you allow him to return to Illinois?
Do you live in Illinois?
Yes, ma'am.
No objection.
What are you doing here?
Vacation.
So you came here to vacation and thought you'd steal a bunch of stuff?
Yes. So
Don't talk about the fact.
Don't talk about the facts. I'll allow him to return to Illinois. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Please tell me your name.
Sutsavan Jonathan Chanticote.
All right, he has an attorney. Can you get him on the phone, please? It's right there.
What's the attorney's name, Your Honor?
I'm sorry?
Do you have the attorney's name?
Yes. Mr. Kelly. Have you seen the motion, counselor?
I have not.
He filed a motion for release on his own recognizance.
I have 1 second.
Hold on 1 second, sir. We're trying to get your attorney on the phone.
Thank you.
Do you want to see the motion?
No, I can pull it. I'm pulling it up
Okay.
right now. It's in the clerk's site. As soon as my computer.
Mine's really slow here, too. Oh, he's on? Oh, well, now what do I do? Teleconference? Hello, this is Judge Gibson. Nope. That's not it. Y'all, I don't know. No, so I don't know how to have him connected here. Is anyone on the line?
Is AV still outside?
Yeah, I don't know because this is different, so there's not the normal button's not there.
And go see if AV is outside. In her left place.
If they're not, we can always skip him and come back and get AV in here to figure it out. I'm sorry, this is new. All right. Sir, please tell me your name.
Wade Eric Eubanks, ma'am.
All right, you're here in case number 21CF2183AO. A warrant was issued for your arrest for burglary of a structure, 3 counts of attempted burglary of a conveyance, grand theft, and criminal mischief. The bonds authorized on that warrant are $1,500 on count 1, $500 on counts 2, 3, 4, and 5, $250 on count 6. You're not allowed to return to the scene or have contact with any victims, witnesses, or co-defendants in the case. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender to represent you.
Can I ask?
1 second.
Sure, yes, ma'am.
So it's alleged that this happened on the 22nd of March. I'm going to take no action on his out on bond cases at this time. Did you have a question, sir?
I couldn't hear you. She was speaking to me at the same time.
I'm taking no action on your out on bond cases. I'm not revoking your bond at this time.
Okay, thank you.
Did you have another question?
No, that was it. I just.
All right, good luck, sir. Hi. Yes, I have a question now. So we have an attorney on the line.
Okay.
I used to be able to just push a phone button. I don't know how to do that now.
So then he's on hold?
Yes.
Does the attorney represent?
I did that, and no one answered. This is Judge Gibson. Is anyone on the line? Is he still there? I did that a couple times, and no one came in. One second.
The attorney.
Is anyone on the line? Mr. Kelly? Attorney Kelly? Mm-mm. Sorry, while we appreciate all the upgrades, I still just don't know how to work this thing. Okay. All right. Let's address his case while we wait. What's your name, sir?
For the list. What name?
All right. In case number 21000235, a warrant was issued for your arrest out of Palm Beach County for a violation of supervision on grand theft of a motor vehicle. At this time, there's no bond authorized on that. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you, and we'll contact Palm Beach County so they know you're here. In case number 21CF2292AO,
I didn't know about the warrant though.
I understand, but nonetheless, there is still a warrant. So at this time, we'll hold you on no bond at that warrant and contact Palm Beach County. But I've appointed the public defender to represent you so they can help you with that case. 21CF2292AO, you're charged with carjacking with a deadly weapon, aggravated assault with a weapon. I'm appointing the public defender to represent you in that case as well. There is probable cause. On count 1, there is no bond. On count 2, your bond is $2,500. You're not allowed to have contact with the victim in this case. That includes telephonic, electronic, and third-party contact. Do you understand what that means? You can't make a phone call to the victim or send a message to the victim. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No weapons.
Oh, you're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, a firearm, or ammunition. Do you understand?
Repeat that again?
You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition.
All right.
All right, good luck, sir. Okay, we'll just keep going then. Can you tell him we're still having difficulty, but I have AV working on it? All right, sir, please tell me your name.
Jeremy Fountain.
You're here in case number 21CF23060, charged with possession of firearm or ammunition by a convicted felon. There is probable cause in this case. Let me ask the state.
Your Honor, I would argue there is no probable cause that the weapon was found on the passenger side where the female was located.
Possession can be jointly or constructive.
Right.
Okay, don't talk about the facts of the case. Thank you, Your Honor.
That's my understanding of the law. Is there anything else from the defense on that?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Then what I was going to ask the state was not about that, but as a violent felony offender of special concern, I know we had this conversation before.
Yes, Your Honor.
The state's position is he is entitled to bond on this charge.
Correct. Now, if he, I guess, is he on probation?
Yes.
And the court, this is not state suggestion, but the court could do an on-view, find an on-view violation and then hold him for that violation
On no bond.
at no bond. But as
But
far as
not-
this particular, no, oh,
No, she can.
Oh.
It's just, we hold him on that BFOSC, waiting for their probation officer to see if they want to file. They already came forth with an on-view BOP, so he's not going anywhere.
Has it already been,
It's already been.
he's already been held at no bond on that?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not going to address that then. I will address the bond in this case. It'll be $4,000. Thank you both. You're not allowed to return to the scene. You're not allowed to have contact with the witness in the case. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind of firearm or ammunition. And I'm appointing the public defender if I didn't already. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Name Gaspar Alexis.
You're here in 21MO253AO. Charged with open container of an alcoholic beverage. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. In case number 21CF23040AO, you're charged with possession of MDMA and attempted destruction of evidence. Did the state review this one?
yes, Your Honor.
So I did as well. I reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I'm appointing the public defender in this case as well. Ms. George, if you have any argument to present, I think because it's attempted destruction,
Yeah,
There's no objection to ROR's account too, Your Honor, or no PC. He has, and we will offer withhold credit for time served on the possession of an open container.
all right, sir. It's beeping.
Hold on, just a second.
I've been doing it. Oh. Oh. All right, sir. The state offered a withholding court costs in your open container case. If you're interested in accepting that offer today, the court is inclined to do that.
Have a moment, Your Honor.
Yes.
If he doesn't want to, no objection to PTR since he qualifies. No matter what he pleads or not,
How does he qualify for pretrial release?
on the possession of meth.
Based on those charges,
Did you see his history?
It's a lot of history, but it's only a little bit of violence. Just a battery. Only thing I see is a battery and a security officer. I don't see like robberies or anything like that. It's a lot of thefts, duelists.
Ag battery, pregnant victim.
I didn't even see the egg bat.
On the next page.
Is that an arrest?
Oh, it's an arrest.
There,
Your
yeah.
Honor, yeah, we would just ask for pretrial release in this case. My client is employed full-time.
Where do you work, sir?
I work for a company, it's a label, label ready. I'm doing tile. I just got the job and I'm doing good. And then I'm doing.
All right.
Thank you, miss.
I'll place you on pretrial release on both cases. Sir, you're not allowed to possess or consume alcohol. You understand, you can't drink alcohol. You're not allowed to possess or consume illegal substances, and you're not allowed to have contact with any known drug dealers. Okay?
Okay.
You understand all of that?
Yes, I do.
All right, good luck, sir.
Thank you.
It was a conviction, Judge.
What?
It was the conviction.
Sir, what's your name? Oh,
Hi, Your Honor.
oh, hold on. Hello? Is someone on the phone? I don't have that lit up.
Maybe AV is controlling it.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
Is this Judge Gibson?
yes, it is. Good afternoon. We are in court right now. Sorry for the confusion earlier. AV has been upgrading all of our systems, and I couldn't get the phone part to work.
No worries. I thought I got to you, and then it hung up on me. So I thought I'd call back.
Well, I appreciate your patience. And
Yes,
if you
ma'am.
can go ahead and put your appearance on the record.
Hale Kelly for Jonathan Chantineau.
All right, this is case number 20 CF 1472580. A capias was issued for your arrest, sir, for failing to appear for arraignment on a charge of possession of cocaine. At this time, there is no bond authorized on that capias. Counselor, I understand that you filed a motion, but because
Yes,
it's a
I did.
capias, I'm not going to disturb that.
So I'll have to go to the trial court to have the bond heard, Your Honor?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, just if I may,
Yes.
based off what I was told from a representative of my client is that he had no idea that he was even summoned to the court to appear for the arraignment, Your Honor. So if he would have, and he lived with his mother at the same address, she had never received the summons or seen any summons to appear.
Hold on a minute, Counselor. I can't hear you very well. I've turned the volume up as loud as I can turn it in the courtroom. Is there any way you can maybe get closer to the receiver on your phone?
I have it right to my face, Your Honor. Is this better?
It's a little bit better right now.
I was just going to tell you, Your Honor, that my client never received notice of the arraignment. His mother's the one who hired me onto the case on his behalf, and she told him she had never seen something for a notice to appear as well. So my client had no idea that he was supposed to appear. He has no prior criminal charges, Your Honor, and he has no prior failures to appear except this one. So he's not really a prime candidate to be held, we would feel like, until we could get to the trial court to have the bond motion.
We have a terrible connection, Counselor, but I think I understood most of your argument. Because it's a capias, I think you still have to make that argument at the trial court. So I think you have some very convincing arguments. I have that motion scheduled as soon as possible in front of the trial court.
Yes, Your Honor. Will do.
All right, thank you. Good luck, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I've been beeping it. Okay. Good afternoon. Please tell me your name.
Timothy Hayes.
Sir, a warrant was issued for your arrest in case number 21 CF 1427, charging you with possession of MDMA. $1,000 bond is authorized on that arrest warrant. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No objection, no action, Your Honor. I apologize.
On the burglary of a dwelling?
Yes, Your Honor.
I have a better way to do it, man.
Just review the dates, Your Honor. I can see that, I can look this to make, I have no objection to no action, but I can, for course purposes, look at the dates.
I am looking at the dates. It's in January. All right, sir, I'll take no action on your out on bond case, and I've appointed the public defender to represent you. Good luck, sir.
Thank you. So I got a bond?
You do have a bond.
Henderson, he's medical, Your Honor.
All right, so this is 21 CF 2319, driving while license suspended. Bond is $2,500. I'll appoint the public defender. There is probable cause.
No objection to treating that one as a subsidiary of the other case, and a $100 bond.
All right, I'll make it a $100 bond. In case number 21 CF 2291, I'm appointing the public defender's office.
We'll waive, Your Honor.
All right, can we talk about the tampering charge in this case?
Want to talk about it, or can state just have no objection to no PC ROR, and then finding PC on count 2, making that the primary?
Is it tampering? I think that the tampering charge stems from this, him hiding everything in the floorboard and shoving it underneath the cage. Am I right?
That's the way it reads, Your Honor.
Is concealing something tampering?
Yes, Your Honor.
I think it may be
It is.
in the
Statute.
Yes.
All
Not
right.
saying we will file it that way, but it may be.
All right, then I'll find that there's probable cause, but I'm gonna make the bond on count 2, $1,000. On count 1, it'll be $150. He's not allowed to have contact with any victims, witnesses, or return to the scene.
We would also ask for no contact with co-defendant.
No contact with co-defendant, and he's not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Please tell me your name.
Aida Hernandez.
You're here in 21 CF 2320, charged with theft, retail, $750 or more. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Your bond is $2,000.
As pretrial, she would qualify. This is not interviewed, so.
He was never interviewed.
Can she be interviewed for pretrial release, Your Honor? And then in the alternative, set a bond. She has no criminal history.
All right, I'll authorize that if she qualifies for pretrial release, she can be placed on pretrial release. Otherwise, her bond is $2,000. In either case, your conditions are you're not allowed to have contact with any co-defendants, victims, or witnesses in the case. Do you understand what that means?
Co-defendant.
You can't talk to anybody that's involved in this case.
Okay.
No contact at all. No electronic communication, no telephone calls, no talking to them on social media, nothing. You understand?
We live together.
You can't at this time because you can't have any contact with them.
And will you allow her to return to Illinois, Your Honor?
Yes. To Illinois. Why is the feedback happening?
I don't
The volume is too high on.
Oh, because I turned it up for the phone call. Let's try this again.
New technology in here now.
Who do you live with?
I live with his parents and him.
Wait, say that again?
We live with his parents. I live in their family home.
What says the state?
We'll leave it into, I'm sorry, they're both returning to Illinois.
They both
Yes.
live together.
No objection.
They're the co-defendants, so.
We would just ask they do not discuss the facts of the case. It's been previously ordered by other courts.
Effectively?
Now, I don't know the answer to that.
All right, I'll order that you're allowed to have contact with him, but you're not allowed to discuss the facts of the case. Do you understand?
Understood.
You're not allowed to return to this scene. I'll appoint the public defender. Good luck, ma'am. Please tell me your name.
Christina Hinkle.
You're here in 21 CF 2301AO, charged with possession of fentanyl. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Your bond is $1,000. You're not allowed to possess or consume any illegal substances or have contact with any known drug dealers. You're also currently out on pretrial release. At this time, I'm going to revoke that.
Objection to setting the bond, Your Honor.
She's out on pretrial release on a possession of fentanyl charge,
Yes, Your Honor.
and she was arrested on a new possession of fentanyl charge.
Your Honor, we would just ask, based on her not having any criminal history and the fact that it is a nonviolent crime, that you set a new bond, you revoke the PTR and set a new bond. Understanding that she does have a drug problem, which she admits to, Your Honor.
All right, at this time, I'll revoke your pretrial release and I'll set your bond at $1,000. Same conditions. You're not allowed to possess or consume any illegal substances or have contact with any known drug dealers. Good luck, ma'am.
Your Honor, I'm so sorry. I think they filed 2 counts in her out on bond charge case. It's the possession of fentanyl and the possession of drug paraphernalia.
That is correct, Your Honor.
So do you want to give the drug paraphernalia a bond?
There's no $100 bond.
$100.
Thank you.
Please tell me your name.
Sylvester Huntley.
All right, sir, you're here in case number 2019 CF 14396AO. A capias was issued for your arrest for failing to appear for a hearing on a charge of possession of cocaine. The bond authorized on that capias is $1,000. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case, sir. So that's all. Your attorney will have to file a motion in front of the other judge to reduce your bond.
Oh, thank you.
Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name. In case number 21 CF 2199AO, a warrant was issued for your arrest for burglary of a dwelling with assault or battery, aggravated assault, 2 counts, and battery. There is no bond on count 1, $3,500 on counts 2 and 3, and $500 on count 4. You're not allowed to return to the scene. You're not allowed to have contact with any victims or witnesses in the case. You understand no contact means no electronic communication, no third-party contact. You can't call them on the phone, nothing. You understand that? You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition. You're not allowed to return to this scene. Did I appoint the public defender?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, are there any other conditions the state would request? Good luck, sir. Oh, wait.
No.
You're currently out on pretrial release for possession of utilone, possession of drug paraphernalia, and battery. At this time, I'm revoking that pretrial release. Good luck, sir. No, no bond. That's his. 1 second. Please tell me your name.
Long.
You're here in case number 21 CF 2299. I don't think I signed those. Wasn't done yet, sorry. AO, charged with possession of cocaine and possession of fentanyl. Oh my goodness. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. You're currently out on pretrial release. All right, sir, your bond in this case is $1,000 on count 1, $150 on count 2. You're not allowed to possess or consume any illegal substances or have contact with any known drug dealers. Do you understand? You have to answer out loud.
Sure.
In case number 20 CF 5755 AO, you're out on pretrial release for possession of a controlled substance and possession of drug paraphernalia. At this time, I'm revoking that pretrial release. Does anyone want to make any arguments?
Yeah. Your Honor, we would just ask that you set a new bond. Sorry.
I turned it way down.
Yeah.
Turn our mics away from us.
He's out on bond for a narcotics offense
Yes, Your Honor.
and is arrested for a new one.
If you look, he has nonviolent crimes, Your Honor. It is clear that he may have a substance abuse issue. However, they're nonviolent. So we would just ask that you set a bond and he has no failures to appear.
All right, I'm going to make your bond $1,000. I'm going to revoke your pretrial release Your bond is $1,000 on count one, $100 on count two, same conditions. You're not allowed to possess or consume any illegal substances or have contact with any known drug dealers. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
D'Angelo McCoy Mill.
All right, you're here in case number 21CF 2077. A warrant was issued for your arrest for aggravated assault with a firearm, possession of a firearm by a convicted delinquent, tampering with a witness, and discharging a firearm in public. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you.
Your Honor, could I have a moment, please?
Yes. Can the state advise what level felony count one is in this case?
I believe it's a third-degree felony.
Okay, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, sir, your bond, does the state wish to be heard on bond?
No, Your Honor.
Your bond is $15,000 on count one,
Thank you.
$2,500 on count two, three, and four. You're not allowed to have contact with the victim or the victim's family. Do you understand that no contact means no electronic communication? You can't talk to them through social media or send messages through friends, no contact at all. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You're not allowed to return to the scene. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, a firearm or ammunition. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck, sir.
Thank you so much.
Please tell me your name.
Jason Roy Mena.
In case number 20 CT 809780, a capias was issued for your arrest for attaching a tag unassigned. The bond is $250. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. In 21 CT 17380, a capias was issued for failing to appear for arraignment on a no motor vehicle registration. An ROR is authorized on that capias. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. In 21 CF 229580, you're charged with grand theft of a motor vehicle. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Your bond is $1,000. You're not allowed to have any contact with a victim or any witnesses in the case. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Please tell me your name.
Ricky Morrell.
In case number 21 CF 227380, a capias was issued for your arrest for failing to appear. Oh, nope. It's a probable cause order on a charge of petty theft with 2 prior convictions. So it authorizes pretrial release, but it says he doesn't qualify. I don't.
I'm sorry.
Perhaps pretrial release can. No, it says pretrial release. But then pretrial release says he doesn't qualify. So can he be placed on pretrial release?
I'm seeing that he's been confined to the Orange County Jail since October of 2020. So it would be no way where he will be reporting. He has, this is an add-on charge. He has another case where it's petty theft, 2 priors, and battery. He has an out-of-county charge for Leon County of burglary or conveyance with a no bond. So he might be confined for a while.
Even if he wasn't pretrial, the kid's not going to be released.
Yeah.
All right, $250 bond. You're not allowed to have any contact with any victims, witnesses in the case, and you're not allowed to return to the scene. Good luck, sir.
And he's on state probation. Sorry.
Please tell me your name.
Norman L. Perez Morales.
All right, sir. In case number 20 CF 14523AO, a warrant was issued for your arrest for grand theft of a motor vehicle and grand theft. The bond authorized is $2,500 on count 1, $1,000 on count 2. You're not allowed to have any contact with any victim. You're not allowed to go within 1,000 feet of the victim's house or work. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes.
No electronic communication. You can't send a message through a third party. No contact at all. In case number 20 CF 14017, a warrant was issued for your arrest for grand theft of a motor vehicle. You're not allowed to have contact with the victim or return to the scene. Your bond is $5,000. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. In case number 20 CF 13774, a warrant was issued for your arrest for burglary of a conveyance and grand theft. Your bond is $5,000 on count 1, $100 on count 2. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim or return to the scene. In case number 2019 CF 7540AO, a capias was issued for your arrest for fleeing or attempting to elude a law enforcement officer, introduction of contraband into a county detention facility, possession of heroin, and possession of a controlled substance, that you failed to appear for a status hearing. Your bond amounts are $10,000 on count 1 and $300 on each subsequent offense. I will appoint the public defender to represent you in that case as well. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name. In case number 21CT1522, you're charged with no valid driver's license. There is probable cause. Your bond is $500. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. In case number 21CF2316, you're charged with conspiracy to introduce contraband into a county detention facility and possession of drug paraphernalia. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Ms. George, did you take a look at this probable cause affidavit?
I did, Your Honor. This is the attempted.
It's conspiracy to introduce contraband. I'll grant you it's been a few years since I've read this case law, but I thought it used to be the state that if you had to have intent to introduce it, which would mean that you intended to get arrested and bring it into the facility, right?
I don't know the answer to that, Your Honor. I'm not on the case. However, the defendant is being held in 2 other cases.
All right, I'm going to ROR you on count 1, and I'm going to make your bond $100 on count 2. You're not allowed to possess or consume any illegal substances or have contact with any known drug dealers. Do you understand?
No action, no objection.
You have to answer out loud. Okay.
No, there's no action on the out of bond, so no valid agreement.
Oh, hold on, I got another case. 21 CF 2296AO, possession of cocaine. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Your bond is $1,000. You're not allowed to possess or consume any illegal substances or have contact with any known drug dealers. As to 2019 CT 18778W, I'm inclined to revoke his bond.
It's showing no.
Wait, I can't hear you. Sorry. I'll turn it down again. Get closer to the mic.
You have 1 moment, Your Honor.
Your Honor, he is employed full-time, it seems, and normally we resolve those cases operating a vehicle, motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. 2019, I don't know why.
All right, I'll take no action on that case at this time. Good luck, sir. Thank you, counselors. Please tell me your name. Sir, you're hearing case number 21 CF 2085. A warrant was issued for your arrest for felony battery. The bond authorizes $1,500. You're not allowed to have contact with the victim. You're not allowed to return to the scene. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, I think I do understand what no contact means. I'm supposed to have a lawyer, Jacob Stewart, present. I don't know if it's,
This case,
yes.
they have 1 moment.
Okay. I show he's your attorney in your out on bond case, but I don't have any notes about this one.
You're supposed to be here.
All right, the state's gonna see if they can reach him.
Not my dad can reach him.
Number I didn't, so I sent a text message to someone else asking for his number.
What?
I thought I had his number in my phone, I don't.
Oh,
So I requested someone else. Can you pass the case for a moment?
yes, can we just bring him back in a minute? Could you hear? See? It's up
That one
here.
was my fault. That one was me talking quickly. So I recognize that was me.
Please tell me your name. Wait, not yet. Please tell me your name.
Name Skipper, ma'am.
All right, sir, you're here in 21 CF 2302AO, charged with possession of methamphetamine. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Your bond is $1,000. You're not allowed to possess or consume any illegal substances or have contact with any known drug dealers. Do you understand? All right, good luck, sir. Please tell me your name, sir.
I'm Dante Sylvester.
All right, you're here in 21 CF 2317. A warrant was issued for your arrest for aggravated assault with a firearm.
I don't know what,
Talk about the facts.
I'm just telling you what the warrant is. This was signed by another judge.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're not having an evidentiary hearing today. That's why your attorney said that, because I am appointing the public defender's office to represent you. Your bond is $5,000. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
yes.
All right, you're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition, and you're not allowed to return to the scene.
Yes, ma'am.
Good luck, sir.
Thomas is medical, Your Honor.
Case number 20 CF 13428. I'll appoint the public defender's office.
We'll wait, Your Honor.
It's a violation of a condition of pretrial release. Oh, there's no bond on this. I'm appointing you. All right. Jose Vasquez?
He's in the restroom, Your Honor. Come on.
Oh,
Let me skip it.
okay. Please tell me your name.
Sylviana Williams.
You're here in case number 21 CF 2294AO, charged with possession of methamphetamine, tampering with physical evidence, possession of cannabis under 20 grams. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Your bond is $1,000 on count 1, $150 on count 2, $100 on count 3. You're not allowed to possess or consume any illegal substances or have contact with any known drug dealers. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck, ma'am. Please tell me your name.
Rodney Windsor.
You're here in case number 21 CF 2307, charged with possession of methamphetamine. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Your bond is $1,000. You're not allowed to possess or consume any illegal substances or have contact with any known drug dealers. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Jose Vasquez, Your Honor.
In case number 21 CF 17720, a warrant was issued for your arrest for failing to report and register a vehicle owned. It's a violation of sex offender reporting requirements. Sir, I show that you are still a sex offender and you must maintain those reporting requirements. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Does the state wish to be heard as to bond on this case?
This is Mr. Vasquez?
Yes.
No, Your Honor.
All right, your bond is $10,000. Any conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
Your Honor, we would ask that you, understanding that he is a sexual offender, we would ask that you lower his bond to maybe $5,000. He is employed full-time, and I don't, from what I see, his last failure to register was in 2018.
I'm not inclined to do that at this time, Counselor. Good luck, sir. Sir, please tell me your name.
My name is Jeffrey Allen Weisinger.
You're here in case number 21 CF 2293, charged with possession of cocaine, destruction of evidence, and resisting an officer without violence. I'm appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent you. There is probable cause in this case, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Your bond is $1,000 on count 1, $150 on count 2, and $100 on count 3. You're not allowed to possess or consume any illegal substances or have contact with any known drug dealers. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Does the state wish to be heard as to his out on bond case? 20 CF 13753.
Mr. Williams?
You said Weisinger, right?
Yeah, my name is Weisinger.
It's a driving while license suspended as a habitual felony, as a habitual offender. It's a felony.
Have your case number again, Your Honor.
20 CF 13753. Or does the defense have any argument as to why the court should not revoke his bond?
No objection, no action. It has a pretrial 324.
Your Honor, and I would just add that he does currently have a full-time job, so we would ask that you take no action. In March, he can resolve the case.
Mr. Weisinger, where do you work?
I own a cleaning business at Red Robin's, and I work at Wendy's in Longwood.
All right, at this time, I'm going to take no action on your out on bond case. Good luck.
Thank you, ma'am. Well,
Oh, we have the attorney on the phone for Mr. Seifker. This is Judge Gibson.
Jacob Stewart is the attorney.
Mr. Stewart? No. Y'all, for real. Nobody get close to the microphone for a minute. Mr. Stewart?
Who wants to talk? Just ask.
You see that I have that button on? Is anyone on the line? I'm gonna turn this back down. Can we bring him back in again? Can you send a message? Somebody send a message. We need AV back in here. You can send it to Teresa if you need to. All right. Sir, please tell me your name.
Gerard Hart.
I'm sorry, tell me one more time.
Gerard Hart.
Vanilla bonded,
Oh.
Your Honor.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Gerard Harp. All right, sir, in case number 18 CF 11050, the allegation is that you violated your probation. There's no bond on that. I will appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. 21 CF 2297 AO. You're charged with possession of cocaine with intent to sell or deliver, 2 counts of possession of fentanyl, and destruction of evidence. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you in that case. Counselor, do you have any arguments in this case?
For destruction of evidence, Your Honor.
Or 2 counts of possession of fentanyl?
And I don't know who keeps calling this phone.
Oh.
For the two.
You're trying to call the courtroom, I'm sure.
Yeah, it keeps ringing, the destruction of evidence. It just states that he threw away the cigarette container box. But I don't see any type of destruction of evidence. He didn't step on it, he didn't crumble it up, swallow it. So I would say no PC for destruction of evidence. And I only see 1 count of fentanyl.
That's fine, Your Honor.
What? Do you see the why there's the 2 counts?
I only see one.
What am I missing?
I don't see the 2 counts.
Okay. And do you have an argument on the destruction of evidence?
No, Your Honor. Possession of cocaine is the most serious of offenses, Your Honor. You ROR him as to all 3, 2 through 4. That's not gonna change it.
All right, sir. On count 1, your bond is $15,000. On count 2, it's $150. On count 3 and 4, I'm going to ROR you. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. You're not allowed to possess or consume any illegal substances or have contact with any known drug dealers. Do you understand? Yes, ma'am. You're also not allowed to have contact with Javaris.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And is there a third violation of probation or just
Yes,
the
Your Honor,
one?
there is another.
There is. It's 18 CF 11018. There is. There's another violation of probation with no bond. I'll appoint the public defender's office in that one as well. Good luck, sir. I can't get, okay. Please tell me your name.
My name is Aquanetta Harrison, ma'am.
Oh, Joshua is medical.
Okay, hold on. I have 2 before her. I have Joshua Alt.
He's medical.
All right, that's case number 2019 CF 3896. Counselor, I'm going to appoint your office. It's a VOP out of Seminole County, and there's no bond.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. We'll wait.
Duran, also medical.
All right, that's case number 21322CT, an out-of-county warrant out of Seminole County for failing to appear for arraignment. The bond is $263. I'm not going to appoint your office. No, I am, because they couldn't appear in court today, so I'm going to appoint your office.
Okay, thank you.
Ma'am, please tell me your name.
It's Aquanetta Harrison.
Thank you. Sorry about that. I had the wrong case in front of me. You're here in 202253MM. A warrant was issued for your arrest out of Seminole County. At this time, there's no bond authorized. It looks like for failing to appear for arraignment on a petty theft charge. So we'll let them know that you're here, and I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Yes, ma'am.
I have a question. Okay, I got sentenced on June the 16th, and this case is March. I've been in jail, and they haven't tried to come get me, so I got out December 16th, and they did, the case, I mean, it's nothing that I did wrong.
I don't know, but ma'am, I'm appointing the public defender's office to represent you, so you'll have an advocate working on your behalf, and we'll notify Seminole County that you're here. But I don't have access to that case, so I can't respond to what you're asking because I don't have that information. So I have an attorney appointed to represent you, and then we'll notify them that you're here, and then hopefully they'll be able to work something out for you. Welcome back. Oh, no, you're not the same guy. Yep. All right, that's case number 2017 CF 538, 2 out-of-county warrants with no bond. I find his refusal to come to court a waiver of his appearance. I will appoint the public defender since there's no bond. So it looks like the only one we have left is the one, is the attorney on the phone now?
While we're waiting, can we recall a case, Justin Foster?
Hold on one second, we have AV here.
Okay.
Let's see if we can. Okay. This is Judge Gibson. Do I have anyone on the line? Mr. Stewart? Can you see if he's still on the phone? Apparently only with an AV guy in the room. Attorney Stewart?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hi, this is Judge Gibson. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Sorry for the confusion. We just updated the AV system, and we'll just say I have a lot to learn about it. All right. Counselor, if you want to put your appearance on the record. Mr. Stewart, if you just want to say your name. Hello?
I'm sorry.
Get the text back.
I'm trying.
I text them technical difficulties.
They didn't have it. Oh, try it again? No, I have it lit up. Hello? Mr. Stewart?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ah. Let's try this again. I
I
have who I
thought I-
believe is your client here. Can you hear me, Mr. Stewart? Oh my gosh.
They can call them from their cell phone to the speaker right there by the court.
Let's try that.
Jake, I'm just gonna use the speakerphone, okay? In court, hold on 1 second.
All right, Mr. Stewart, are you there?
Yes, Your Honor. I made you upset. That's why you hung up on me.
No, counselor, I still have your client here. The court wouldn't do that. If you want to just say your name so we have that for the record. Mr. Stewart?
Oh, Jacob Stewart on behalf of Ryan Siefker.
All right, this is case number 21 CF 2085. Mr. Siefker, you're here because a warrant was issued for your arrest for felony battery. Your bail is $1,500. You're not allowed to have contact with the victim, and you're not allowed to return to the scene. You understand that no contact includes electronic communication as well as third party.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
No objection to no action on the out on bond case.
So, Mr. Stewart, I'll tell you that I'm inclined to revoke his bond. He's out on bond in case number 20 CF 7049. The state just said they have no objection to the court not revoking it, but I'd like to know if you have any arguments as to why I should not.
Well, I think the first thing is, Your Honor, if you look at the affidavit for the warrant, the alleged victim in the new case that you're here on today was unable to know the name of the alleged assailant. The only way the officer, according to the affidavit, says, and I quote, through investigative procedures or tactics, he or she was able then to discern from a phone number, allegedly Mr. Siefker's name. We have no idea what the officer did. We have no idea that investigative procedure, and then a lineup was done. And part of the specific requirement to establish probable cause as an affiant is for them to, an officer, a law enforcement officer, to lay out the proper predicate or outline of how he or she, comes to the knowledge of the name or identification of someone. So for that reason, Your Honor, I think that coupled with the fact that Mr. Siefker, this is let me put it this way, with COVID-19 rampant in the facility, he's not potentially safe there, or many of the other people there, Your Honor. And I think that coupled with the argument we made for the actual case, along with the state's position, we'd ask for you to take no action on his current bond.
All right. At this time, I'll not revoke your bond, sir. But I'm also going to order that you're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Counselor. I appreciate your appearance today. Sorry for all of the trouble.
And I'm sorry for the bad joke, Your Honor. I apologize. Just trying to make light of it. All right. Thank
No,
you.
I appreciate the levity. Thank you, sir. All right. Thank you, sir. Good luck. Pure gold right here. All right, is there any other business before the court today? Oh,
Yes, on Justin Foster, I wanted to know, Your Honor, did you take any action on his out on bond case? He was, here for 2 FTA warrants.
What's the last name?
Foster.
I have to see it. I have no idea. I
Just-
don't recall that name at all.
Felony?
No, it was, misdemeanor non-pleables, the one that had the 2 FTA cases where you,
We put it out?
yeah,
Oh, then no.
no action.
No action.
That's all.
No action. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Court will be adjourned.